Have you heard of Cataclismo? Released in early access in 2024 before its full release in 2025, this game is a fusion of tower defense, city building, and a light touch of horror. In this game, you build up and defend settlements from hordes of horrors that were transformed by the mysterious mist. Cataclismo challenges players to manage resources, your defenses, and the scattered monsters at your doorstep. When opening up Cataclismo, you are presented with several different modes. The campaign is what I recommend when first starting up the game. It provides tutorials for the gameplay loop and the different mechanics at play here. You have your basic city building resource management, collecting wood, stone, and metal in order to build up your settlement. And you'll definitely need it because once you get further into the game and start taking on bigger challenges and deeper runs, the horrors at your doorstep become terrifying both in appearance and effect. And most horrors start attacking the base of your defenses, which makes sense, but also is disastrous when those walls collapse after the bottom is destroyed. Using traps is a great way of delaying the inevitable, but still it's incredibly stressful trying to manage all of this in real time. Military buildings allow you to recruit new soldiers with various pros and cons. The stone you collect also goes towards your fortifications, which can increase soldier stats and provide more protection. And through research, these buildings and units are improved and are able to take on more challenges from the horrors each night. The story of the campaign sees you leading expeditions into the mist in order to fight back the horrors and destroy their nests. Through this process, you learn different mechanics of the game and strategies you'll carry with you into the other modes. Plus, it introduces you to different military units and enemy types that allow you to better plan ahead when creating a settlement. You also have different upgrades that you can employ between missions through the Book of Insight. While I'm only so far into the campaign, I am definitely seeing both the challenge and depth that the game has to offer. It also gives more background into the world Cataclismo takes place in, and while I'm not planning on going into the full lore here and now, I'm certainly enjoying hearing about the story of this world. Then there's Survival Mode, which gives you a citadel with no walls, and it's up to you to put up your defenses and town quickly in order to survive. Skirmish gives you a set amount of locations with the challenge of surviving 4 days, similar to Survival Mode but with a time limit. I highly recommend completing the campaign before taking these modes on because without that knowledge it can feel very overwhelming. Much like any good city builder, there's a sandbox mode that lets you play around with settlement setups and which troops you want to prioritize. And last but certainly not least are the community built levels. Through the Steam Workshop you can download some of what the community has to offer. Community-built structures in any game like this is always a treat, so I highly recommend taking a look at what's there. I always enjoy taking advantage of what the Steam Spring Sale has to offer, and this title was one I picked up out of curiosity. If you're interested in Cataclismo, you can pick it up right now in the Steam store, and I highly recommend you do. If you're looking for a city builder that shakes up the formula in a good way, Cataclismo may be the game for you. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to tell us what you want to see in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.